Hey everyone, welcome to the week 15 preview video. This is the final week of the course. We've got a couple of things to think about, so let's get started. I'm going to head over into the area called assignments and then find the area called lesson plans and then scroll down to week 15. A couple things happening that you need to know about. First and foremost, this is the biggest of big deals for the week, is that our week ends on Friday at 11:59 p.m. So all the work that I talk about in the next few minutes is going to be due by Friday at 11:59 p.m. because that's the official end of term. So after that, any work that comes to me, I can't accept it. That's kind of how it goes. So as you guys can see up top here in the week 15 block, we've got a portfolio coming due. We've got this end of term labor file that we're going to submit, and then any optional +1 essays that need to come in as well are due by Friday. The portfolio is generally described here in these bullet points, and I'm going to spend some more time in just a minute going over the specific instructions and talking about another important part of this. I think the biggest thing you need to know about the portfolio is why we're doing it. One is that it's important to be able to go back to at least some of our work and think about what we've done in terms of the actual writing and revise those essays, 2 of them, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but also think about our experience overall. And so as you can see, these bullet points here that are listed here, I'm going to be asking you to complete 3 short reflections, and I'll talk about how long those should be here in just a minute. But as we get down to the instructions, you guys can see our labor for this is probably 3 to 4 hours max, and the instructions are linked here. Now, as you get into this document, you can see that there are some areas that I've highlighted that are important, or things that I've added or changed to the original portfolio instructions. So first things first, portfolios usually have a couple different parts. One part is reflections, and these are illustrated in these first 3 bullets here. So the first bullet is an overall reflection of your experience in the course as a writer. And we've had some experience, haven't we? Going from face-to-face instruction to all online instruction. I would think you could talk about that experience for you personally in this particular bullet. Think about, second bullet, think about the labor file that you completed all term long, and have a look into that thing and kind of see how it worked out for you in terms of the work. What worked well, what didn't, and then maybe try to find a surprise in there, something that you didn't really think would happen in keeping a labor file, and then maybe talk about that a little bit more. And then finally, talk a little bit about your journals and the things that you learned there. We've done 6 of them, I think, this term. So go back into those. You can access them all in Blackboard, and you can kind of see your progression as a writer in that particular way. And then I think the biggest part of the portfolio, and it's the reason why you do it, is to revise some of your work. So choose 2 essays that you've written this term from workshops 1, 2, or 3, and then change them and make them better. It says complete significant revisions. And this is going to be different for everybody. So I would choose the ones that, you look back and you say, oh wow, I really did that strangely, and then make the changes. I also think that it's important to choose ones where you feel like you have the most opportunity, the best opportunity to make some changes, and also the easiest opportunity, because when you look back and you say, oh yeah, I could have changed that in 5 or 6 different ways, and then maybe make those 5 or 6 different changes. I'm not asking for like complete tear downs and redos of these things, but I'm just asking you to think about what you've done in those essays and just make them a little bit better. Okay, so those are the instructions. One thing that you guys need to know about portfolios, especially as we put them in electronically, is that I need to know what you've changed within the revised essay. So here's a demo. Anytime you make a change, so here's going to be a change. I'm going to put it here at the end of the document. I'm going to type in this awesome stuff right here. To indicate that this is new to me, Brian, I'm going to need you to highlight it. So you highlight the text and then find your text tool highlighter and then click the button. And then you've got some highlighted text, which I will then take as an indication that you made a significant revision. I'm going to get rid of this now. and go ahead and close this document. As we scroll down here a little bit, I want to make note of something that I made this morning. I realized I hadn't done one, and I needed to show you guys what parts of a portfolio may look like. Now keep in mind, this is not a complete portfolio. This is from another student, I think last fall. So I just wanted to give you guys like a kind of snapshot glimpse in terms of what it looks like. So as I click into it, it's a PDF. All the names have been redacted, so the stuff that you see in black is the student's name, and I've made some notes about what that student has done. So this is an overall reflection, as you can see, and I made some notes about that. I said, this is a sample of a reflection. Feel free to discuss the challenges, blah, blah, blah. So you can read the rest. And I also give some cues about how long I think this should be. So you can see for this overall reflection, I say 1 to 2 decent sized paragraphs. Go ahead and look at this on your own. She also, I think she put at least 3 paragraphs here as well. So this is the next one. This is about the labor file. And that gives some advice here on how long this should be as well. So 1 to 2 medium-sized paragraphs, as it says. But go ahead and check this out, give you some ideas of what it looks like. Same deal with the journals. We did 6. And I think the student had some really interesting things to say, so go ahead and check that out on your own as well. And then here are samples of changes from this particular student. So this is her workshop 2 essay, which was about family, though it was about a different set of articles, I think. So you might notice some differences there, but all the things that she changed are highlighted here. And keep in mind, this was an essay that exceeded, so it was really good to start with. So even if you got that particular grade, there are changes that you can make. So all of those things are highlighted, and I provided, I think, page 1 and 3 of her essay that show some of the highlights. And this is in line with the kinds of things that I'm looking for you to change in terms of the significant revisions to essays. So it's really small things and sentences, and then sometimes, as you guys can see here, there's full paragraphs that get added. And it's just a general cleaning up of things to kind of make it just work better. That's the sample. So you can also see here where the portfolio gets turned in. You can also see here, as we scroll down, information about where to turn in the final labor file, and then there's also information about the +1 essay, which is optional. You use the +1 if you're looking to go between grades from like C to B or B to A, if you haven't been exceeding on the essays all along. I will let you look at those particular things individually, and if you have any questions or concerns about what you see there, hit me individually by email. And then I think that is it for this update. If you have any questions or concerns, email me. Get in touch in a way that makes sense to you. I appreciate the work that you're doing, and we're almost done. Thank you for watching, and we will not see you in the next one because there are no more. So we'll see you later.